University of Hawaii at Manoa is one of 60 schools being investigated for Title VI violations. The U.S. Department of Education's Office of Civil Rights this week announced the schools are at risk of losing federal funds because they're accused of discriminating on the basis of race, color, and national origin. Now, this follows President Trump's executive order to combat anti-Semitism in response to nationwide pro-Palestine events. UH says that it can't comment on the investigation, but says allegations of discrimination or harassment are taken seriously.